Another day, another vlog. I know it's been a week for you guys, but it feels like I'm back. I truly never left, let's be honest, but today is Sunday, August 24th. Just about to finish uploading last week's video, but we're getting dinner started and I'm gonna do my nails in a little bit. Not quite now, I just took off the old polish and I'm gonna try doing my own at-home gel. I got some of the stuff for it. The video is almost done exporting on Final Cut and then already have the thumbnail, so the only thing I'll have to do is just formally upload it to YouTube. Last vlog I ended going to Bigelow Market, kind of overpriced honestly, and they didn't have many of the small satin scrunchies that I was looking for, but still a really cool experience. Glad I went. Definitely a lot of high-end hair, toothpaste, makeup, so really cool just to kind of like walk around, smell different brands and things that I've seen, so that was really nice. I found them at Target. They're just the kitsch for fine and short hair ruched satin scrunchies. I think they were like 12 bucks. We leave for North Carolina bright and early on Tuesday morning, so definitely want to get together a packing list. Oh, I think the vlog exported, so we'll upload that. I hope that you liked it. Good morning. It's Monday. I did not end up doing my nails last night. The time, just, I don't know where it went. I feel like we started dinner at 7 and by the time we finished and showered, we were not eating until 9:30. Absolutely no idea how that happened. And since I was gonna be starting doing like gel, I knew I wanted to take my time and I'm saving it for tonight. So my rationale is that I took the day off work tomorrow because we were going to be traveling and I am working remotely the rest of the week, but I wanted to at least enjoy our first day, not have to worry about work or anything. So we have a lot to do today. I did not end up making a packing list. Oh, it's almost 7. I'm gonna make some breakfast. We have a little bread left. Finish putting away these dishes and get breakfast started. All dressed and ready to go for work. It should be pretty quiet. I think I might leave about an hour early just to get a head start on packing, and my direct boss is working from home and should be a pretty chill office environment, so hopefully I can get what I need to get done before being out of office and then just working remotely. So kept it pretty casual today. We've got this Old Navy dark wash button down, these pull-on pants that you can't see. Now you kind of can. And just my sneakers. I ran out of whole milk. I'm crooked every single time, but I ran out of whole milk. Well, I didn't run out of, I used it. Whole milk and creamer and the maple syrup that I use to make my coffee. So it feels like a treat ourselves day to some chai. It's about time to head out. I'll probably leave right now instead of giving myself a few minutes because I am gonna stop and get something. I don't know if Pumpkin is back yet for Starbucks, we'll see. But yeah, let's go get this work day going and then we can come back and have some fun with packing, and I'll do my nails. I'm really excited for that. Happy to be back from work. I definitely left a little bit later than expected because things just happen to come up. Sometimes I feel like most jobs you're kind of on a team, but just, I don't know, whatever. It's work, we're back, we're gonna pack. It's 5:30. I want to do have everything set, and then we'll do my nails as the last thing. It's pretty casual when we're down there. Go out to eat or go out and do like an event or something, or whatever's going on at the time. Check the weather. It's gonna be kind of similar to here, low 80s, high 70s. Definitely gonna bring things that I can rewear, and there's laundry, so whatever I plan on bringing, I can do. And it's free. And it's free. So I just kind of have it separated by clothes, toiletries, and I think I will do a miscellaneous category. I know the first thing is going to be my work computer because I took off tomorrow, but still gonna be working remotely the rest of the week. Yeah, we'll get all this filled out and I will check in once we're all good to go. I feel like you can tell I'm an older sister, but I separated it based on just regular clothes, intimates and accessories, toiletries. Not a ton here, but honestly it's because his mom, it very sweetly kind of stocks up our room kind of like a hotel, so I usually never have to bring toiletry stuff. I have this list on the side of like don't forget in the morning, so skincare, deodorant, perfume, books, stuff like that. And then likely outings, they kind of leave it up to us when we come because they want it to feel like a vacation, which is really nice. So likely we will go out to a nice dinner, some type of food outing. There's usually a local event. His mom is really good at finding things in the area, and then they live really close to the beach, so probably going for a walk or just having a day out there. We're showered, we're clean, and it is finally time for nails. This is gonna be my first time trying gel at home, so I did get a few new things that I didn't have. One being this 2-in-1 sun UV nail lamp. I think I've watched at least 20 TikToks giving an in-depth breakdown, and a lot of people had that on there. I also used to get my nails done, I would say maybe for about a year, and I'm like, I know I did not sit in that chair consistently for 365 days. I mean, technically it's not that much because you would only go like two weeks at a time, but you get the point. I feel like I've seen it enough times and I've watched enough tutorials that sometimes you just gotta jump into it. And then this brand came highly recommended across a lot of people's tutorials. This is the Model Ones brand. Specifically, I got the nail dehydrator, which is essentially supposed to strip your nails of like any excess oils just to help the color stay on. And then also got a primer. And then this trio has a base coat, top coat, and builder nail gel. I could just do it with the base coat and then go straight in with color, but I want to protect my natural nails. And whenever I got the builder gel, it one, lasted so much longer, and two, helped my nail health. I thought this was something else because I was getting myself confused, but the slip layer is essentially just the first coat of builder gel, but they had a solution, so I assumed it was that. But this is for gel nail extensions, which I'm not doing, but it did come with this fine tip brush because you don't want to get any of the product on your skin. So if I do, I can just nicely clean it up. I did get this nail brush set. I think it was on sale, but it also just has a set of some smaller brushes in there. So if I ever feel like experimenting with nail art, just picked up this OPI nail and cuticle oil to put on after everything's all good. Everything that I got from Amazon. And then D&D was having their $5 polish sale, so you could get a gel for $5 or you could get the combo for I think $9. I love red. I don't think that's a secret, but I have been seeing this one, the D&D Bonfire, and they taped to the back of it this chrome effect shimmer. And I did some searching about what D&D color is the most similar to OPI Bubble Bath, and pearly pink came up. So I thought this would be cool to try out my own gel if I ever want to switch it up from the red. I prepped my nails last night, just took everything off, buffed, filed. I think I'm going to do one more buffing today just to make sure got everything off, and then yeah, we'll get into our nails. Checking in from North Carolina to say we made it safely. Had a very early start to the day, and then just we're on the go, and now it's almost 7, so I am exhausted. I think the travel of today is catching up to me, and you want to know, I think it's because I also haven't been drinking a lot of water. I think if it's a placebo, then they got me, because I drink the most water when I have my water bottle, and it fell over the weekend to the point where just water was gushing everywhere. So I had to say goodbye to her, and I got a new one, but it's not supposed to come until the end of this week. And then we're here for a week, so I won't get it until actually the following. So I've just been kind of drinking from the plastic water bottles, and whatever it is, it just does not feel the same, and it doesn't make me want to drink water. I go figure out dinner. Just wanted to officially check in, say that we arrived safely. Very, very excited to be here, but I am also very tired, so I think it's going to be a relaxing rest of the night, and yeah, if anything, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Do I have a update for you? You can probably tell from my background that we are in a hotel. Welcome to my crib. Still in North Carolina, but we are actually in Raleigh. Right around the time that my boyfriend and I re-signed our lease was when we really started getting a lot more serious about our future and kind of what we want and timeline, and it was really great to talk about all that, but none of our conversations involved the city. Personally, have never been a city person. It made the most sense to go to the city, obviously, at the time, and I have no regrets, but we're both kind of reaching that plateau with the city where we just kind of feel like we're there and not really getting anything out of it. So we've been talking a lot about where that next chapter might be. We're still doing research, nothing's set in stone, but since we knew we were coming to Wilmington to go see his parents, we were like, what if we just take a day or two, check out Raleigh, see if it's even a possibility. I actually toured an apartment today just to kind of see what's out there, what we're looking for, what our style is, what the price point is. It's been a day. I don't know how I feel about Raleigh at the moment. I also am trying to still be open-minded, and we decided to stay in a hotel to try and start fresh tomorrow, hopefully see a few more apartments and explore the area a little bit more. That is the update. Definitely want to take a shower. We're still trying to figure out what to do for dinner. There's a restaurant in the hotel, so that, oh, the air just kicked on. What commercial? I feel like I'm on the cover of a magazine. I will catch up with you guys. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. We'll see what we get up to. It's Friday. We are on day 2 of the apartment search. Education? Don't really know. Sunday, it's upload day. I'm once again crooked. I feel like I was a little scatterbrained in this vlog, so we're gonna do some skincare, wake up a little bit, and chat. Back like we never left. I feel like we kind of have to start at the beginning. Honestly, probably taking it back to when we re-signed our lease in May. That year came up so quick, and around that time we were also feeling some of the growing pains of the city. Maybe I said this in the last vlog, that how you feel about New York depends on the day. Sometimes it's great to be like, oh my gosh, we get to walk everywhere. But then it can also sometimes feel like an inconvenience of, oh my gosh, I have to walk everywhere. And I think we were kind of in that state of, do we really like the city? But at the time, both of us were working in the city with the job market stuff. There's a lot of logistics that come with moving. So we were like, let's resign. That way we're not in a rush to figure out, where there's kind of no timeline. We can kind of take our time and figure out where we want to go. After we resigned, then we kind of started the general search by pulling up a map of the US and being like, what do we think? Part of what led us to checking out Raleigh was because his parents live in Wilmington. That's where we come whenever we visit. And, you know, they're getting up there in age and thinking about our not so distant future of wanting to get married, have kids. And it's like, you know, being close to family is also really important when you are going through those next chapters in life. Still wanting a little bit of activity, but also leaning a little bit more into the quieter parts of the world. We had heard a lot of good things from people about Raleigh and how it's a good mix of, you know, the hustle and bustle of New York, but also still offering a slower pace. We'd be closer to his parents. The cost of living is less, and, you know, just being able to comfortably save for those next phases of life. So that was part of our trip down here. One, obviously to see his parents, but two, to check out Raleigh, see if we like it. And we were there for 2 days, checked out a few different apartments, drove around a lot. Honestly, no set plan, just printed out a map of Raleigh and going from different neighborhoods, walking into coffee shops, and also asking the people that work in those shops kind of what the good areas are, what they like about it, what they don't like, location recommendations. I loved how we did it and immersed ourselves in it. It just wasn't us. The thing is that it actually had us realizing how much we do appreciate the city. I love coming down here because it's slower, but I also feel a little like blah sometimes because it is slower. You're not walking everywhere. There's cars. I kind of took for granted the free exercise that comes with the city. That was one of our big things, was that we definitely want it to have a walkable feel. And I think since a lot of Raleigh is still being built up, it was hard to kind of see the continuity of the city, because you would have a block of houses and then it would be kind of a stretch of nothing. And then, oh, here's a random restaurant. And then you go 2 minutes down the road, oh, here's downtown. And then I also just was not a huge fan of having to get on kind of a secondary interstate to go anywhere, where it's just 2-lane highways and then you have to kind of do the U-turn, and it's just little things that you don't really think about. Another thing too was when we asked the locals, yeah, what do you guys like to do for fun? A lot of the responses we got were which restaurants to check out. Even in our driving around, not really seeing, one, a lot of people our age, and two, just not really having a lot going on. The apartments we saw were absolutely beautiful. The amount of space you get for what you pay was insane, but I think it was really hard to get that homey feeling because we knew we weren't crazy about the areas. We went through Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Morrisville. We went through different areas in Raleigh, like the Warehouse District, 5 Points. We went to Camden Village, Oberlin. Ultimately, just didn't feel like it was the best fit for us. Still trying to look a little more. The biggest thing I think for us is finding a happy medium, because I definitely enjoy the walkability, but I also really like the slower pace, where I think he loves more aspects of the city than I do. So trying to find a place, and I think that's one of the reasons I love Jersey, is because where I used to live, there was a train station within walking distance, and then you could easily be in the city, but then you would also be like 10-minute drives from downtown. And I think being able to get that city fix, whether it's for work, for date nights, for events, but then also being able to leave it and come home and recharge, I think makes a lot of sense to us. Yeah, we're kind of unfortunately ruling Raleigh out. We really wanted to love it, and we were going back and forth of like, okay, can we see this? Can we try and make that work? Which I think is also the beauty of being on your own timeline, is we can afford to be picky, as we should be. So definitely taking more time to figure out what makes sense. It is interesting how sometimes it takes leaving the city to appreciate it a little more. I definitely would not say I'm a city girl, but I think I enjoyed it more than I realized. That is the Raleigh update. I did finish this book. There's truly nothing like finishing a book after you've been in a little bit of a reading slump. The first number that comes to mind is 4.25. So I love the different twists and turns and how they make the reader think one thing and then it's completely different, and once you think you've solved it, then it switches up again. It's had me thinking at least the entire time of who can you trust? How is this gonna end? Really good thriller book without being too gory or graphic. So it was more so psychological thriller-y. I really enjoyed this, and now I kind of finished it and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. Does it make sense to get another book? Probably not, because I know I have the other ones at home. I feel like this vlog was a little disjointed, but I feel like whenever we're here, I don't film a lot simply because we're around his parents a lot and doing stuff together. So I never want to be like, hey. Overall, it was a really good trip. We have a few more days here, so just gonna try and enjoy them. But that is it for this week's vlog. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend, enjoy some time off, and I will see you when I see you in next week's vlog. Bye guys.